National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. Fifth in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it. This defense, of course, well aware of what Todd Gurley can do from his days in the NFC West. They had to game plan ways to stop him for 5 years as a member of the St. Louis and then later the L.A. Rams. From the 29, Ryan, open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, 71 yards, and the Falcons have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now following the touchdown, Hoff Richter to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22. Now comes Russell Wilson in season number 9, 6-time Pro Bowler, as he gets set to lead this Seahawks offense.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
He was brought down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
On second down, it's Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
On the tackle.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at defeative.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt He gets the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the 2nd round, not the 1st round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look. Big, strong, physical, and catches all the contested passes downfield.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts in drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Todd Gurley, the ball carrier, brought down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. He just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the 1st down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Wilson out to the flat for Hyde. 7 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down. Carson, and he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as he'll get to him at about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
They'll take over.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett.
Wilson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Third down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Seahawks 0.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Benson Mayowa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, They've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On 3rd down, you'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. We remind you lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Throwing again. Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And able to find Dorsett. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Wilson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, closing in on halftime. That's Julio's first catch of the game. That's got to be a surprise for not just us, but even the defense, who's done a heck of a job taking him away from the Falcons.
And that will be incomplete.
Lions pass intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Wilson's pass.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To throw again is Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On first down, it's Gurley. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll kick things off with an NFC East battle between two old foes, Philadelphia and Washington. And just a field goal separating the two sides. 10-7 is the score. Carson Wentz, a touchdown pass in that first half. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones has a touchdown on the ground. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Cam Newton's thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms. And this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers. But that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there. And not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff for Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Ryan dumps it off to Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This from 25 yards out.
25-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Seahawks 7.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
25-yard line.
Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Wilson's pass.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Gain of 8.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Been a good leadership and a good distributor. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, it's Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Here's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
On 1st down, Ryan. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Another carry now for Gurley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Again, they run with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Falcons 13, Seahawks 7.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
The Seahawks take back over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He sets to fire deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Fights through him, pushing through the contact. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble. But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Spitfiya513's, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Ryan's pass incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore.
Wilson.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The Seahawks, 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34.
Wilson on the kick.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that is going to put them up by 1, and it sets us up for quite a finish here. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Michael Dixon to kick
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense.
And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 in the Falcons, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Benson Mayowa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right? Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here.
Wilson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So the victory here for Seattle. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. Now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.